Slow leadership is poor leadership. Oftentimes, in my role as a leader, I see things developing, I see things happening, and there's something inside of me, oftentimes that says, we're going to solve that, we're going to tackle that problem. And then other times, as it relates to people usually, I want to move away from the problem. But good leaders always move towards the problem. David had this problem when he was king. In 1 Kings chapter 1, you see that he's old, he can't keep circulation going through his body, so he can't keep warm, and still he hasn't put a succession plan together for who's going to be king next. He'd made statements that he wanted it to be Solomon, but his other son Adonijah was older. He was the oldest son, and he wanted to be king. But the Bible says he never set Adonijah straight. So one day when David's not looking, Adonijah anoints himself king, causes this potential split in the kingdom. David has to go back and anoint Solomon and make him king, and when he does, what does Adonijah do? He runs into the temple, he grabs hold of the horns of the altar, and he says, "Please don't kill me, please." All he needed was leadership. This was true throughout David's life. He had a son named Amnon, who literally raped his own sister. David did not discipline him. He had a son named Absalom, who says, "I'm going to get Amnon," and he stabs him right in the back. David did nothing about that kind of vigilante behavior. Absalom then, seeing that his dad was a non-actor as it related to family, tries to take over the kingdom and literally takes David's own life. Slow leadership is no leadership at all. When you realize there's a problem, especially a person problem, a people problem, you've got to deal with it sooner than later. A lot of us can deal with issues, but when they get very personal, that's when we get slow to act. That's where godly counsel and prayer and swift action is always needed.